This might be a good time to remind everyone, not all 12 are going to be masterpieces. I feel like we need to say that before we discuss anything further. We don't talk about it enough, and why is that? Oh, because his team's lost 7 of their last 10.
You are the Russell Westbrook of reporters, by the way.
What, I take bad shots? Why don't you go ahead and get comfortable, because what we're about to do is going to take a while.
We got plenty to work on, but you never apologize for winning.
Go ahead and call that coach speak all you want. That is 100% a big old truth bomb from Arthur Smith. The later you get in a season, especially when playoffs are a possibility, an ugly win looks more and more beautiful. Oh, it is no doubt a good game day Atlanta indeed on this final day of 2023. Coming to you from Chicago IL, as the super fans would say, birthplace of the baby back ribs. The Atlanta Falcons playoff desperation is a lot like pizza in this city. Deep, find themselves in a spot they don't want to, having to win out and need some help in the process. Like rooting for the Saints. That's a touchy subject, but as our good friend DJ Shockley likes to say, let's just keep the main thing, and that's what we're going to do with our 3 keys to a potential Falcons win on this Sunday. Brock Bowers was asked afterwards if this type of performance kind of silenced some of those critics Carson had, and in the only way Brock Bowers can answer that question goes, Carson had critics? Huh. I didn't know that. He played a great game, though. Was it necessary to break down a full NBA schedule with a PowerPoint? Come on, if you're asking, you already know the answer to this one. Now, don't worry. We're not going to go through all 82 one at a time. We're just going to give you the important stuff. Now, if you're one of those fans that's going, dude, just tell me when they're going to start at home. I'll figure it out from there. We can do that for you. October 27th. That's Friday night. Woo! Look who's coming to town. So this should be fun. You guys have heard of girl math. Now we're going to do NFL math. You know the old saying, you got 2 quarterbacks, you really got none. When you got 3 running backs, you actually got 1, 2, 3 running backs. By the numbers, this trio that we're talking about right here is combined for 1,288. That is the second best production in the NFC of any backfield trio. That's better than Dallas, Philly, San Francisco.
It's Powerade, we're Coca-Cola school.
Got it.
Gosh, I love it. Okay, show me a man who understands the value of big brands, and I will show you big brand Brent Key. Show me a man who cares more about his alma mater's on-field product. Tall challengers, Kirby Smart included. This man Brent Key says, come on, let's dance, baby. He does not make the rules, Kevin Bacon, but maybe you should tap your feet a little bit after finishing 7-6. Let's kick things back to last night. Look, all this stuff's open to interpretation. I get it. We can have the conversation, but bowl games still matter. Number 3, Bijan, the career rushing record.
Yes.
Why are you so confident in that for him specifically? Because single season, I can wrap my head around, but for a career, running backs have a shorter lifespan nowadays. That's how confident you are in that? If you're Arthur Smith, if you're this front office, and say, not for the future, because we're not playing that game yet, but when you look at with 3 games to go, with a lot to play for, how hard of a decision is that where you say, do we have the right guy in that position to get us to where we need to for the right here, right now?
That's a good question.
First video would be the headline. You know what it is. Ja Morant in Atlanta, 3rd game back from that 25-game suspension. We're all talking about it, but you know what's back page news and really should be out front? What our boy Trey TL's doing. 6 straight games coming into Saturday night with at least 30 points, 10 assists. We don't talk about it enough, and why is that? Oh, because his team's lost 7 of their last 10. Here's a question for his head coach. How do you fix all that?
The list is long. I think that it'd be long no matter what our record was, because that's the goal, is to keep getting better. So I guess that would answer your question.
Let's go Family Feud style. Good answer. Good answer. Okay, here's a good strategy in this one. Let Trey fillet. Seems to work out nicely. Let me see the pick and roll. Onyeka Okongwu and him, they had it going. Pair of dunks in that one. Look, Trey from distance didn't really have it going on, just 3 of 10. Everything else, hook, line, sinker in effect. Drawing contact. No one does it better. Streak continues. 30 points, 12 dimes for Trey. That point total, and really this highlight, was matched by his counterpart, Ja Morant. Guards should not be the roll man like that, but we all know he's no ordinary point guard. 30 for Ja rules everything around me. This is a tie game mid-4th quarter. We know the Hawks' issues well documented in defending the 3-ball. Desmond Bane. Not many do it better than him. Can't lose him. Hawks down 4. Easiest way to hit in the 3 in this league. Do it in transition, then off the offensive rebound. Just like that. Bane. Game high 37 points. Later on, Ja working on Trey. Good defense. Better offense. Hits him with the 2 small. Least of Atlanta's problems. They're back to 5 games under 500.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, right here.
So there is a distinct difference between vision and having one.
That wasn't bad.
If it's not abundantly clear just yet,
Second try. Oh, I can catch this one.
TK Keel has both.
Oh, he got me.
Pace Academy's Swiss Army knife is one of the best prospects in the entire country.
Great day to be a knight, man. Let's go.
That vision
Oh, yeah, touchdown! Touchdown! Yeah!
definitely comes with a plan.
If I retire, then I see myself becoming a pilot because that is something I love doing and that's something I want to do after retiring from baseball.
Wait, what? Yep.
With football, it's not that hard. If you're catching a big pigskin round ball and your job is to catch it and go score. With baseball, it comes with a lot of focus.
TK, when he was younger, has been a great athlete and a great player in both baseball and football. What's been really cool is just watching him continue to grow over the years. What I envision for TK is what TK wants.
Woo.
Could be both, and maybe
I think he'd be pretty proud of, my success.
it gives a look into his past.
With getting my football offer from A&M and then committing for baseball to A&M, I feel like that was the final piece of the puzzle that brought us, close together, really. My mom always reminds me that, I have the same smile as him.
Terrence Kill Sr. was a standout defensive back for Texas A&M. Went on to become a second-round pick in the 2003 NFL Draft by the San Diego Chargers.
The most memories I have is watching videos on him on YouTube.
Able to throw on 1st and 15. Deep sideline route. It's intercepted. Terrence got it.
We can get a little emotional, but what helps me get through it is, being on that field. I feel like, he's right behind me.
On July 4th, 2008, Keel was killed in a car accident. TK was just a toddler.
He didn't ask me until later on, what really happened. Remember him as we tell you who he is. And then you can learn whatever else you want to know, but this is who he is.
As, I got older, I started to, learn that that's something I had to carry on my back.
So this is who TK Keel is, a man with great talent and perspective.
I knew my mom would always be there for me. She's my mom and dad, all in one. But growing up, learning that I had to grow up without a dad is, it's honestly, helps me become the person I am today.
And that vision for his future honors the past.
Dad, thank you. I'm always gonna look up to you. I always love you and hope you're having a great time up there, old man. Love you.
In Buckhead, Luke Hetrick, Fox 5 Sports.
I'm going to read this to you real quick. He wanted each of you to be great men, be great fathers, be great in your gifts and talents, and be great for your fellow man.
You could be better than me. You could be more privileged than me. Have better aesthetics than me, but no one's gonna work harder than me.
Because everything I've been through just allowed me to stop looking at the bigger picture and focus on all the little things.
Trent Stewart and Dougie Gray are chasing greatness. They're also searching for peace.
Being able to go outside and go on a run, clear my mind, it just feels free, makes me feel better.
When he was just 2 months old, Dougie lost both of his parents in a 2-week span.
Poverty.
Trent's life has had its fair share of tribulations as well.
Absence of family members. That really keeps me going too, just making sure I don't have to go back to that when I get older and providing a better life for my family.
2 college athletes bonded by hardship, sports, and a best friend, Curtis Gray.
Truthfully, Curtis was a positive-minded person. He was never the kid to go out to practice and complain about what he had to do. He was a very self-motivated person, and he always motivated the people around him as well.
Kurt was always there to talk to me about what was going on in my life. He talked about what was going on in his life.
I think y'all cool. All right, there you go.
Behind that big, bright smile, Curtis hid his own pain. Injuries, a battle with depression, and his parents' divorce rocked him all at once.
When Curtis walked in the room, like the whole entire room would just light up. And there was a period of about 3 months where he just wasn't smiling anymore. I asked him to find other young men who were going through similar issues. I told him, I said, the way to heal is to try to bring healing to somebody else.
Yeah, Trent, because we here all day long. Yeah, dog, we here all day long.
Through Ma Carmen's request, Curtis created a peer support group, the Blooders, short for Blood Brothers. Dougie and Trent were instant members.
He loved those guys. Those guys loved him.
Just him being there when no one else was is what made me shift my mindset and become the person I am.
I watched him literally pull himself up by the bootstraps, and it was exponential leaps and bounds. It was like he made a decision.
We all working here. Let them know, Brett.
He did. Curtis and Trent transferred from Matanzas High to Flagler Palm Coast for their senior year. Curtis continued his dominance in track and field.
Dig, get your knees up, knees up, knees up. There you go.
At FPC, he became a triple jumper. He loved that. He found out he was actually naturally good at it.
We always used to joke around with her that we would go to the Olympics in 2024.
He found his happy, and he pulled everyone into that space. I got the phone call that night from Curtis. He says, "Hey, Mom, I'm just checking in." I said, "Okay." I said, "Where are you?" He told me where he was. I looked at the time. I said, "Okay, you guys wrap it up. It's 11:09. Go ahead and go home."
So Curtis and his friend headed back to his house. They stopped by the Blaze and Flame smoke shop to pick up another friend who was in need. Curtis never made it back.
Things happen so fast. The young people's lives who were there will be forever changed. I'm left without a son.
Curtis Gray was shot and killed. He was 18 years old.
As soon as I heard it, heart dropped. I started bawling my eyes out. It was probably, I felt the weakest I ever felt in my life. I just felt broken.
I remember it like it was yesterday, obviously, because it was the night I lost my best friend, but it was just fast, like everything was a blur.
Marion Gavins Jr. was charged with first-degree murder with a firearm. He's pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial.
The pain is unbelievable. It's inescapable. But I choose to honor my son. He made me promise him.
And a promise kept by his two brothers.
It says, "Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." And this is actually, just the scripture is the first tattoo Curtis ever got on his arm.
When you look at that, what do you think?
Keep going. That's it. Keep going. Today's going to be a great day.
Dougie continues his push for Paris 2024.
I take a breath from Kurt. I remember all the breaths Kurt would be taking right now, and that he wouldn't stop. And if he was right next to me, he'd be yelling at me for stopping.
Trent honors the past with his future.
Kiss my fingers, touch him, touch my daughter, because those are the two things that keeps me going every day. Him first, he left, and she came, so it's my two biggest blessings in my life.
Maximize all of your opportunities and don't be afraid to dream.
Trent and Dougie have found their peace. Carmen is still searching for hers.
Each of you have spent time in my home. I have watched you all blossom into the young men you are.
She's lost a son, but she's gained two more.
Continue to thrive and know that I love you as my sons, Ma Carmen.